Hi everyone, this is Ben Anand and this is Modern DJ Musings, video blog number 2. The topic for today is going to be SoundCloud. I do want to apologize for not getting this out on my scheduled time of 2:22 every Tuesday. And even though that's really easy for me to remember, what happened is I've been moving the last 6 days and that has been very consuming. So I'm apologizing for being a little late. I will get to being very regular as I am with my written blog, which is every Thursday at 11:11 a.m. on my artist page at facebook.com/benanandmusic. But let's get to it. I want to talk about SoundCloud because not only was that the very first topic I did on Modern DJ Musings, but also it is a very good starting place for DJs because it's an essential tool for the modern DJ. So the first thing I want to say about SoundCloud is that you should have an unlimited SoundCloud account if you're taking your DJing seriously. It'll cost you about $135 a year, which is a pretty small investment in something that you're trying to get gigs from that hopefully pay. And again, you don't have to try to get paying gigs as a DJ, but my blog is designed more towards DJs that are trying to get to the next level, that are trying to get paid more, maybe support themselves, or at least have a side income. That's more where I'm coming from in general on my video blogging series. So first of all, get that SoundCloud Unlimited account. Second of all, use it. Don't abuse it by posting constantly, but definitely post mixes every couple months if you have content that's worthwhile. At least make sure you post a couple mixes a year. DJs that have nothing for 2-3 years, it doesn't really look like they're taking it very seriously to me, unless they're already very famous and for whatever reason they don't like to post mixes very frequently. That's a different thing. But if you don't have a big following and you're not posting mixes very regularly, it just says to me that you're not taking your DJing that seriously. And at least for me, I've been doing events for a long time, and I'm looking for DJs that are taking this more seriously, because I want the DJs to also put in the effort to get people to their gigs, and these things are all very tied in. So make sure you have the SoundCloud Unlimited account. Make sure you use it regularly and have content that is recent on it. The other thing I want to encourage is if you're trying to get booked for different genres of music or different styles, that you have each one represented on your SoundCloud, because it doesn't really mean that much if you say you can play a certain style if you can't back it up. And sometimes people are not really going to take that seriously either. Okay, so if you want to play different genres, I think this is something that's more encouraged nowadays than it was when I started. And I think it's a good idea to show diversity, and it's appreciated. Make sure you show it in what you post and not just what you talk. Another thing that's changed about SoundCloud in recent years is I think that they are degrading the sound quality a lot more than they used to, particularly on MP3s. So make sure that you are posting your mixes in WAV, AIFF, or another lossless format. SoundCloud will tell you this directly on their site, that you should be posting in a lossless format in order not to have bad sound quality streaming. So make sure that you pay attention to that. One good thing about the Unlimited account is it really is unlimited, so it doesn't matter for the money you pay whether you use a bigger file or a smaller file. So you may as well post the bigger file that has better sound quality and a better experience for your listener. Just like I don't want to go to a club or a party that has a bad sound system and that reflects on the DJ. If the DJ is playing on a bad sound system, their music just doesn't sound as good. And even if consciously you could say, okay, I know the sound is bad, this doesn't reflect on the DJ, it actually does, just because you're there and it sounds bad and that DJ is playing. And so you want to avoid that as a DJ. You really want to avoid bad sound systems. So you also want to avoid posting MP3 mixes to SoundCloud, which is kind of the equivalent effect. Another thing about posting on SoundCloud is it is a social media site, although specifically for music, but it does have its own algorithms. And just like Facebook and Instagram and most social media, the first hour is going to be the very most important hour for your mix. And the first 24 hours as well carries a special weight with SoundCloud. So when you post, like whatever activity you can get in the first hour will affect what happens after that. Meaning, leave a little time for social media right after you post a mix to your SoundCloud to also post that to Facebook, Instagram, and other platforms that you use for social media. You have to let your fans know so that they go and listen to it. And getting those listens early on is really going to help you to have your mix get heard as much as possible, which I think is the goal. So make sure that you pay attention to that. Another thing, and this is really the topic for today's Modern DJ Musings, is that your RSS feed on SoundCloud has the same effect as what I just said, but it's specifically within SoundCloud. And so what your RSS feed is like your news feed on Facebook or your Instagram feed. It's like when you follow people or are friends with people, that content is shown to you. If there's a comment on Facebook, that refreshes it and it comes back to the top. Same thing can happen on SoundCloud when your mix is reposted by another person. But the point is that there's a box for your RSS feed, which enables your followers to get a notification when you post a new mix or a new track or whatever. And in the past on SoundCloud, you didn't actually have to do this manually. And then they actually changed the default about 2 years ago to where by default, they won't notify your followers when you post new content. And I discovered this the hard way by my mix from a very big event, very good mix, totally falling flat, not getting many listens or comments or likes. And I was like, hey, what's going on? Like, this is really falling flat. And it took me by surprise that it had fallen flat like that. And after some research, what I found is that SoundCloud had changed the default to where in your RSS feed, you have to now click a box to enable your followers to get that notification when you post new content. So I'm going to walk you through this, and I actually can't do it on ScreenFlow because I went through the settings on my phone, and this setting is not available on phone. So for this particular Modern DJ Musings, I'm going to ask that you look at the comments. I'm going to post a couple of screenshots there, which are going to show how you get to this setting. And again, you should be doing this from a laptop or desktop computer because it's not accessible from your phone. Certain settings are. This setting, which falls under content, is not available on your phone. So go ahead and check the comments to find out exactly how to find this in settings from your desktop or laptop computer. So that's it for today. I look forward to bringing you another MDJM next week at 2:22 on Tuesday. Also encourage you to please subscribe to this channel so you get notifications when I post new content. And if you have any comments or didn't understand something, please go ahead and leave a comment so I can address it. I promise I will. Also, if you want to catch the archives of Modern DJ Musings written blog, that's available on my website at benanonmusic.com/MDJM. One last thing, if you want to catch the latest MDJM coming up on Thursday in written form, that's on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/BenAnandMusic. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check those screenshots for more info on how to access that setting, and I look forward to bringing you new content next week. Have a great week, everyone.